Biafrans and Nnamdi Kanu supporters, let me ask you very important critical questions. What is your perception of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence? What is your perception of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence? Who is forming and shaping your perception? What are the things that are molding, that are calibrating the way you see things with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence?
Ụbọchị ọma Igbo nwe mmadụ. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ asụkwa m konye chili ya zelo. Enwere video nwanne anyị nwoke that I came across today and I find it very interesting. And I would love you all to pay serious attention. Kono gereni yoniku. He's sharing an important message. But before we dive into the video, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button just to encourage and support us. And while you're also in this video, can you also
deadly weapons you ignore in the Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. These weapons can bring anyone down, no matter how powerful, no matter how faithful, no matter, it doesn't matter how committed. You say that you're so pure, you are incorruptible. These weapons can bring you down if you don't protect yourself, if you don't guide yourself from them. These weapons can bring you down. These weapons are so powerful that they can even bring Maazị Nnamdi Kanu down if he doesn't protect himself from them. It's a weapon that respects nobody. It's a weapon this weapon doesn't consider your position in any organization, in any leadership. It doesn't. These weapons can mess up the new DOS, which is the fourth administration of IPOB. It can mess them up. These deadly weapons. Number one is perception. It's a weapon, but you don't know. Perception. They want to condition how you see things. It's a deadly weapon. The government, the agents of the government, those who are aggrieved, who are not comfortable with certain leadership decisions that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu has taken, certain leadership conditions that he has given to some people. So they pick up the weapon of perception, in order to control or to condition you on how you see things that are going on right now in the IPOB leadership with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, the third DOS, the fourth DOS, the media and all that. Deadly weapon you ignore in the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu and in the freedom of Biafra. Deadly weapon number two, narrative. Narrative. They want to control the story, how it is told, and how it is projected to you. Narrative. A deadly weapon.
Please, before we continue with the video, do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button.
Don't downplay narrative. Don't say, oh, all they are saying it on their own now. We know what we know. Don't ever end at saying that. You have to guide yourself and protect yourself from narrative that is being projected to you, that is being told to you, stories, the way they narrate all these stories and twist some of these stories and add certain things in order to make the story so convincing. It's a deadly weapon. Some of you have been brought down by perception. Weapon number one, weapon number two. Some of you are struggling with your feet right now. You are about to fall right now. You are about to be brought down now by their second deadly weapon, narrative. Weapon number three, emotion. Emotion. They want to control how you react to what is happening. They want to control it, how you react, how you feel about it, how you react to it. Emotional control. They are manipulating your emotion. They are playing and toiling with your emotion, conditioning, calibrating your emotion, how you react to the sack of the third DOS, how you react to the inauguration of the fourth DOS, how you react to all the allegations against Nnamdi Kanu, how you react is a weapon that is being unleashed. Deadly weapon number 4, assertive. They assert themselves as the most trustworthy. They assert themselves in the picture. They assert themselves in the story, in the narrative. They assert themselves in your life, in your brain, in your emotion as the most trustworthy. As the most trustworthy, the right leaders you must listen to.
Please, before we continue with the video, do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button.
That you cannot do without. Assertive. Very deadly weapon you ignore. Number 5 deadly weapon, advantage. They explore all advantages they have over the situation and use it to achieve their goals. And you don't know. Some of you are playing along ignorantly, foolishly, unsuspectingly, without any iota of understanding of what is happening. What is happening? You lack the understanding of how you are being controlled, how you are being conditioned through perception, how you are being manipulated through narrative, how you are being manipulated emotionally, how they are asserting themselves in the picture that you may understand and see them as the only trustworthy and the rightful leaders to follow. And so they are taking advantage on that to make sure that they get what they want from you. Deadly weapons. Government and the agents, they know how to use these weapons, but unfortunately, the masses don't. Let me tell you something. When Goliath stood before Israel, King Saul and the army, they saw him. But they saw him differently because there was a narrative of realities that was tied to his mastery of war. They said, oh, he is a warrior from his youth, the champion of the Philistines. The soldiers of Israel, they saw him as a giant. But when David came into the picture, he saw an opportunity to change a narrative that can influence government policy.
Please, before we continue with the video, do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button.
To the advantage of his family and to the advantage of Israel. This happened by a perception. Perception, weapon number 1. When perception changes, narrative and emotion changes. Why some of you are still struggling today is because you have not allowed the right perception to take hold of how you see things, to build and clarify your insight into what is really happening with the case of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Anytime perception changes, narrative and emotion changes. Biafrans and Nnamdi Kanu supporters, let me ask you very important critical questions. What is your perception of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence? What is your perception of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence? Who is forming and shaping your perception? What are the things that are molding, that are calibrating the way you see things with Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra independence? Who are the ones engineering the way you see things? Number 2 question I want to ask you. What narrative trigger your fear? What narrative trigger your discouragement? What kind of narrative trigger your fear or position your outlook towards the freedom of Biafra? What narrative changes the way you see the freedom of Biafra? What narrative trigger your fear? What narrative push you into discouragement? Number 3 question I want to ask you. How easy are you to be controlled emotionally? How easy are you to be controlled and manipulated emotionally? Number 4 question I want to ask you. How assertive are you in the face of this Goliath threatening to defeat the freedom of the struggle? How are you assertive right now in the face of this Goliath that is threatening to defeat the struggle, the freedom the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the independence of Biafra. How assertive are you? Number 5, what advantages do you have over the oppositions? What advantages are in your hands right now, in your mind, in your heart, at your disposal against the oppositions? Number 5 question I want to ask you. Number 6 question I want to ask you. How do you deploy these advantages for Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra freedom? How do you release them? How do you put them to use? These advantages you have over the opposition, over their false narratives, over the manipulative stories, misleading information, concocted evidences that are not real. What advantages do you have, and how do you deploy these advantages? How do you deploy it in order to make sure that no one brings you down? Number 7, should you fall for the damaging narratives or be positively assertive like David to bring this giant down? Very critical 7 questions. Remember, this is the part 5 of our teaching series. I'm God's servant Maxwell Nawi. David was told many times by his brothers and King Saul that he was not qualified to challenge Goliath. He was not trained in conventional warfare, and he was just a teenager. That's the narrative. That was the government policy. No teenager below 20 should be conscripted into the army of Israel. That was the government policy. And how can you fight outside the army of Israel? David should have gone home like some of you have done, because of the narrative and the ugly stories surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's leadership and the DOS. He should have gone home. Many of you now, you have kissed the restoration of Biafra goodbye. But no, David refused them from messing up with his mind. David refused them from messing up with his perception, emotion, and faith. David laid hold on them and held them so tightly to guide him and also to form his perception of who Goliath truly was. That was it.
Alright, Igbo m n'ụzọ ọzọ, asụka m konye chili ya zelo, ama m ọ na-egego ihe nwanne anyị nwoke o kwuru. He dis our brother kwuru. You see, somehow, what he might be saying, or ihe okwu ge wee eziokwu. Because one, what is the problem that we are having in this struggle? And what's the challenge is a perception, how people perceive the struggle, and how people, the assumption and the assumption of how people imagine things. That's the problem that we are having. And the narrative, he mentioned the narrative, what they have already projected and what people want us to believe. You see, like in my previous video, I talked about the chains of command in the Biafra government. Then I find out that they are not fighting for the interest of getting Nnamdi Kanu released. Rather, they are fighting for authority, who supersede each other, who is higher. They want to outrank each other. That's what they are fighting for. They are fighting for position, not the actual cause of why they were brought up together. That's the problem. And that's why you see that most of them, they always come out to make a propaganda to look like they are working. So they are just talking what they have already programmed, projected, so that people to believe this. Now, you could hear that since the third administration of the DOS dismantled, you can be hearing rumors about what they have been saying lately about the new DOS and the struggle and what they have been doing so far, and what they also presume that is their effort and how they wanted Nnamdi Kanu out so badly. And right now, you can see all over the news, all over the Nigerian news and media, you could see what's happening. And to be honest with you, if you see their current character and what this man is saying, then you know that this man is talking from a very clear point of view. They go know that this video dey okemba and all something he be say on your plan watch, because yes, the man is really making sense. in what he's saying. Because what is these people fighting for now? It's all this audio DLS that Nnamdi Kanu dismantle. What they're fighting for now, you see that they'll start talking blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, what's the cost of establishing this? So most times they keep giving hope, keep giving news that they did like this just to project a particular view in people's mindset for them to believe so things. So most times we have to change the courage, we have to change the narrative by being courageous, by taking the bull by each horn to know what is right and what is wrong, and by doing that in which we know that it should be properly done. That is all I understand in this whole thing. Well, I would love you to share what you understand and what you feel like and what you learn from what this man is saying, from what this our brother is speaking. Then share it in the comment section, and don't forget to share this video to all your social media platform. Of course, click on your subscribe button if this is your first time coming across. Thank you and God bless.